Right there in the middle, 55. You better be afraid of me. You better be afraid. One. Rush in. Where are they, team? Hatchet. 30. One. Check 99.
A little jet sweep to start the drive. Give them 12 yards there, and the Chargers have a first down.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction. And when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Hey, we got tight left. Watch tight end. Key the tight end. Three.
Throwing, Mariota. Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Gray. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Now Gordon. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a first down. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold them to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
Blue 18. 55, Mike. Check pass. Check 37. One. Mike 55. Let's go, Heavy. Orbit. Heavy, what you got, Heavy? Give me some. One.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Mariota. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
They certainly thought they had him surrounded and probably thought they were going to get him on the ground and get the sack, but he was able to elude that. And even though it threw it incomplete downfield, if you're a defensive back, you're loving the pressure that you're seeing from your front.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
3. 55's Mike, guys, 55. Oh, yeah. And here we go again.
Here's Mariota. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete, and certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. So on 4th down, on comes the Charger kicker, Michael Badgley. From the left hash, it's a 42-yard attempt. Badgley able to punch this one through. Every possession in the postseason magnified. And look, it's just the opening drive. They didn't get the touchdown they wanted, but at least they got on the board.
They got on the board. They've got their home crowd into it as well. And remember, in the playoffs, the game slows down a little bit. So every point is precious.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
Play action now. Cousins. That's complete to John Ross. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Cousins on first down. Got a man open. It's Ross. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a first down. 2 plays, 2 catches. You have a feeling they're going to look for him early and often, and that's to be expected. You got a player of his caliber, why not?
And I think it's also a message from them to the defense that you're not going to dictate to us what we're going to do with one of our better players, because So often you hear about defenses saying, we're going to take away what you do best. In this case, they're going to move them around, find proper matchups, and make sure they continue to funnel the ball to him.
Give them 17 and a Cincinnati first down. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Cousins again. Open man is Ross, complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That one good for 15, and the Bengals get a first down. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He was trying to get that one to Allen that time.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. This is Gordon. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
All right, let's go ahead and detail this situation here. 3rd and long coming up, back near your own goal line. I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle?
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some space for your punter because you don't want him backed up where he has to alter what he does.
He fights forward for a couple with a penalty flag down. And the linemen, they're already walking back. So he was holding from that left tackle position.
Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. But sometimes they get out a little wide and they get detected grabbing some cloth.
Following the penalty, here's Gordon. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down.
Well, to me, that's taking a big gamble defensively because that alignment you see, that's normally something you see down near the goal line because now if they decide to go play action, something should be open there, and I think open big.
So maybe that's something that gets filed away for later.
I think without a doubt, you write it down, and if you see that look at a later date, go ahead and take your shot.
That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number 1. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. The former 2nd-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And he's going to get across midfield and into Charger territory. Pretty good running there, 9 yards. Sets up a 3rd and 1.
That was a good run, probably right on the edge of breaking into something really big. So the defensive guys right now are talking about, okay, what can we do to slow him down before he truly gets started?
He's got his man, Boyd. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a 1st down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Mixon with a 1st down carry. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 10 yards there on a Bengal first.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Here we go, D. Here we go, 48. Christian, Travis.
Off the play fake, Cousins. And this is complete. It's Allen. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down. 2 minutes gone by, second quarter. From the gun, here's Cousins. The quick slant caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1 yard line. Nice gain of 8 that time, and it's second and goal. On second and goal, one man stands in the backfield, and that's Mixon. He'll get it up the middle, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Mixon trying to punch it in, and he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. Taking it in from 2 yards out, and the Bengals have taken the lead.
Well, they decided to run it in and got it done on third and goal. A lot of times, that's a passing play.
And the kicker just has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe a sigh of relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. He'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Well, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. They'll keep it on the ground. This time it's Gordon. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Two minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs.
He wasn't ready. He wasn't ready.
Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown on what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin the road to the upcoming Super Bowl. Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. Brought down, but after we saw a flashy little move, stopped short of the 40. They'll give him 8 on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1. Working out of the gun, Mariota, and caught by Henry. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. They'll run on first down. Richardson, he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Mike, 55, right there in the middle, 55. Exit. You got it, sir. Mike, 55. Mike. One. Hey, eat. I'm coming. Mike, 55.
From the 31, Mariota. They will find Davis. That's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
There you go. Mike 55. Mike 55.
From the shotgun, it's Mariota. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
They've been playing sound fundamental defense thus far and able to keep this offense from creating a major dent on the scoreboard.
Able to force the incompletion, but still waiting for that game-changing play. You feel like it's coming, the first sack, the first turnover.
In a sense, they're playing old-school defense right now. The new-school defense is what you said, taking the ball away.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Throwing is Mariota. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. A first red zone opportunity here for the Chargers. They've got a 1st and goal to go at the 7.
Mike, 55. Right there in the middle, 55. Coming to you.
Mike, 55.
One.
55. Hey, eat. I 7, let's go.
Again, it's Mariota. He's got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Chargers. From 6 yards away. And the Chargers are going to retake the lead. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the lead is now 10-7. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bengals drive about to get going. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
Both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Cousins to throw it. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Throwing again, Cousins on 2nd and 10. He's going to float this over the middle deep. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, they really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
So that'll back them up 5. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long. To the air again, it's Cousins. He gets this one to Boyd. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. To throw, Cousins. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. And he'll be close to a first down at the Chargers' 34. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Completes it to Samuel. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. 2 yards and able to get the first down in the process. Cousins now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Cousins. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down. How about the defensive effort from both of these teams that we've seen in this game?
Would you say it's like a high-stakes chess match right now?
Chess is one way to go. Yeah, I like it.
Okay, the only reason I say that, you feel like they're contemplating their moves before actually making one, and none of them being done very confidently.
Truth be told, I've never played chess, and I know that I'm not smart enough to play chess. Guys like you with your IQ, you can pull that off. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because, really, they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
On 3rd down, Cousins. Well, the 2 men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. So they come away from this opening drive of the 3rd quarter with only 3, but it does draw them even.
Yeah, and that has to be job 1, doesn't it? A touchdown definitely would have been nice. We know that. But here, you get back on even terms, and now you've got most of the second half to try and get yourself into a position to win.
The Charger drive about to get going. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll try and get the ground game going. Here's Gordon. And he's not even able to get back to the line of scrimmage. Now there's also a flag down, and it's in the area of holding. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
Get ready. Get ready. Where are they, team? 1. Smoke.
From the gun, Mariota.
Let's go, team.
It's his running back, Melvin Gordon. Call it a gain of 12, but of course not a first down due to the previous penalty.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Check 55, Mike. Crunch time, defense. Hey, 3. Check 24. Check. Hey, switch gears. 1. Watch the shoot. Blue dog Porkers. Motion. 3.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Mariota, he's going to wind up and air it out. He's got a man complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 39 yards there, a big one.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Mariota to throw it this time. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. It's a gain of 34.
Press coverage on the outside, and for defenders, that's the ultimate risk-reward. If you take the risk, can you reward yourself by keeping them on the line of scrimmage? But no, not on that one. Got the step on them. Now it's just a matter of laying the ball out there for him to go get it.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. On 1st and goal, they'll try. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Chargers. Taking it in from a yard out as his guys are able to regain the lead. Solid job up front, really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. They find themselves down 17-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. They'll try to get the run game going. This is Mixon. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 26-yard line.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. He completes it to Boyd. 12 yards that time and a Cincinnati 1st down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in.
Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And the return across midfield into the 46-yard line. The intended receiver there, Allen.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback, but as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
Here's a run on 1st down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard, 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 46-yard line.
One quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
One. 55. Hey, eat. Let's go, baby. One. Haywood. Let's get that ball.
To throw is Mariota. Quick hitter here, it's complete. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Mariota to throw it. And this is caught at the 8. Touchdown, LA! As his guys are in for 6. The Chargers, they're able to widen their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still in attack. We'll see how they attack them here. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11. On 1st and 10, Cousins. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
I know you felt that one.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes and they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. Now the Bengals on 3rd down. They have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Joey Bosa in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
No, easy. Hey, Alpha.
Cousins to throw for it on 4th. Got his target, Samuel. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 36. Working out of the gun, Cousins. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jerry Tillery busting through to get him for a loss of 6. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Now, the Bengals on 3rd down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 16. Cousins now. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Desmond King picks it, and he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
He's got a 1st down and then some inside the 40. And finally taken down at the 20-yard line. That one good for 33 in the 1st. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
I know they've got to be careful not to go to the well too often, but it's a fine line, isn't it? Because sometimes if you've got success, you want to just keep pounding away.
But no success there. They rallied quickly on the defensive end.
Come on. Shoot. 3. 1.
Now this time he'll look to throw. And he's got it. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. A 15-yard touchdown ground. And the Chargers capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. And the kick here is good with a penalty flag down as well, and they may have run into him after the kick went away. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
First and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jimidoe4's. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. Cousins with work to do after the sack as he brings his guys up on a 3rd and long. From the gun, here's Cousins. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Jerry Tillery able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Cousins in the offense is going to stay out there. They're going to try on 4th down.